What's up, Maha Gang? It's your girl, Maha the author, and you're listening to Sex Talk at 1 a.m., episode 7. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to last week's episode that was about why do females be faking orgasms. So if you didn't listen to that episode, go ahead and catch it after this one. But today I have a guest, Miss Weezy. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to get into the topic for today.
Hello, everybody. I'm author, film writer, screenwriter, producer, Miss Weezy. I'm 39 and I'm from Sylacauga, Alabama. I have 4 kids, 2 grandkids, so I'm ready to get into it.
All righty. So we have a juicy topic, well, multiple topics that we're going to talk about tonight. And one is being polyamorous relationships. And another, we're going to get into BDSM. So Miss Weezy had a lot of information she wanted to share on BDSM. So we're going to start with that first.
Okay. Yes, with the one thing that I noticed, I got added to this Facebook group yesterday. And it's is beyond BDSM. And when I got in the group, I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be about that. We're going to talk about different levels or different things, you know what I'm saying, to as far as what makes you comfortable with your mate, you know what I'm saying, to trust them enough to do the bondage, and it's most people when they think about BDSM, they think whips, chains, handcuffs, you know what I'm saying, just the
Right.
normal. But it's so
What
much
they see on TV.
right. 50 Shades of Grey is what I like to call it.
Right. Everybody know about
They
50 Shades of Grey.
they thinking about 50 Shades of Grey, but is beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Is you have your submissive and you have your dominant. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, your submissive can be a man or it could be a woman. And as far as the dominance is the same thing. It could be a male or it could be a female. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I'm steady learning about it is, you know what I'm saying, is to me is whatever it takes to get you to the I'm trying to figure out the word for it. Euphoric orgasm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is more different than that physical orgasm. It's the thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people, like some females, they like to do the choke them up when they having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or handcuff them, you know what I'm saying? Or tie them down, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's a little bit more than that. Like I met a lady, you know what I'm saying? She's been into the BDSM for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And they're so far into it as far as mummification and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The dog collars, the she completely submits to her husband.
Right. Now, is she white or black?
Black. Now this is a black group. This is a black group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's new to me because like a lot of people, in the black community, they really don't.
They don't know nothing about it, so they
They don't know nothing about it. But when you join like different groups like that, and you see like a group of people, sometimes thousands of people who participate in this kind of stuff, you think it's normal. But in our community, or how maybe that we grew up in or something like that, it's not normal for us to do stuff like that. Yeah, in some relationships there'll be, they get choked, while they fucking or something like that. You may get choked or something. Your hair may get pulled or, that sort of thing. They might smack your ass. Yeah, they might smack your ass or something like that. But they ain't nothing compared to, what the people in the group do.
Yeah, that's just rough sex. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, we've all experienced rough sex. You know what I'm saying? The term BDSM, you know what I'm saying, is bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, sadism and mechanism. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have its is really is a wide range. It covers a wide range of activities from forms of interpersonal relationship and distinct subcultures. Like the communities, they you know what I'm saying, you can wear a mask. Some people wear masks. Some, like mostly the masters wear masks. You know what I'm saying? The dominant, whether it be the male or the female, They keep their face covered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it ranges from cross dressers to body modification enthusiasts, animal role players, rubber fetishes. You know what I'm saying? Like the term itself covers so much. But
Right.
being in the Black community, all we know is the whips, the chains, the handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
choke me, pull my hair, smack my ass. You know what I'm saying? But it involves inequality of power. You know what I'm saying? And one person holds that power over the other person. You know what I'm saying? But that the submissive put their trust in their partner. You know what I'm saying? Most people have a safe word, or you know what I'm saying? Like if you going to if you've
If you're
reached your
being
limit,
rough enough.
it's more for the pleasure of the dominant.
Right.
But more oftentimes than not, the submissive is the one that get even through the pain. They're the ones that that end up with the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really as far as the master can only go as far as they allow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you have a high tolerance for pain like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm with the choke me. Tie me up, put me up against the wall. You know what
I'm
I'm
telling
saying?
you, put me in one of
Put
them
me in a
swings.
swing. Yeah, yes. Put me in one of them swing machines. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen,
but
I've been wanting to try this swing now. I ain't look. I ain't all,
I got one.
You got one.
I got one.
I went in
Yes,
the sex
ma'am.
store not too long ago, and I seen this one. I was like, how big I be to get in here? Like, oh, you can get in this swing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's my next thing is, I want a chair. I want to get me a chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being in this group, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go in having an open mind or whatnot.
Right.
So again, you know what I'm saying? It's all about people think that the dominant has the control when really it's the submissive, because they choose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We pick, we choose. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, I want to be blindfolded and I want you to tie my hands to the headboard, or
right, or
you
if
know
you
what I'm
want to be
saying?
whipped or something like that, you get to choose what you want to do.
You know what I'm saying? Tie me up where I'm standing up. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you're doing to me, I'm doing while I'm standing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's more so like speaking from my experience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, as far as in the African American community or people of color, period, you know what I'm saying, we frown on it, or we're frowned upon because people don't understand, or the
Right.
term that they use, like, y'all just some freaks. This ain't
Yeah.
BDSM, y'all just some freaks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But really, a the relationship between a submissive and a dominant is psychological, is mental. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you got one person, they're giving placing all of their inhibitions in the hands of a single person.
Right.
And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people that partake in BDSM, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times they're not couples. You know what I'm saying? You might have one person in the relationship that want to experiment, that want to take it to the next level, but their partner is against it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that leaves them looking in joining these communities, where
Right. In a
they're
different
hoping to
group.
meet, or we're hoping to meet people that share the same views or the same ideals that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, I've been in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, I've been completely submissive to a guy. You know what I'm saying? A guy and a girl. I was a submissive to two doms, a female and a male. You know what I'm saying? And it's the difference to me, and there is a difference between a male dominant and a female dominant. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Females can be more in tune. You know what
Cause
I'm
they
saying?
probably
I'm
know
with
how they want to feel.
right. And see, with the male dominant, it's more like people look at it like, oh, it's to get him out. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
truth be told, they're gonna make sure that submissive gets everything that she's looking for out of it. You know what I'm saying? Before they
Right.
even and most of the time for the dominant, it's not even about a release, not a
Yeah.
sexual release.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can be a stress relief. It can be, you know what I'm saying, a psychological release. It can be, it doesn't have to be a physical orgasm for a dominant. Whereas that submissive, you know what I'm saying, you pinching my nipple, you put some clips on my nipples, you know what I'm saying, and you got me strung up and you
Right.
whipping me like that's gonna make me orgasm.
Right. And
You know what
then
I'm
when you
saying?
think
Like,
about when that happens, it can like prolong. It's like not like a normal, fuck situation that is like get it, you nut and you quit. Like when you involved and stuff like that, it's prolonged the whole thing. So it could be an hour. You feel me? That
yeah.
y'all going through all this different stuff. And so
And then you could take a break, you know what I'm saying? Take a
right,
5-10 minute break. Get your, you know what I'm saying, get your breathing together, get your
right,
emotions under control, get your body back, you know what I'm saying? Get your body in control, get your body in sync. You know what I'm
right. So
saying?
that's
And it
why I
it,
like
it,
that
it,
both
it
of y'all got to be intertwined with each other when you participate in stuff like that. You got to be on the same page, same everything when you participate in stuff like that.
yes, and like I said, I met a woman, her husband, he's been her dominant for 10 years. They've been a part of the BDSM community for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying I'm comfortable enough to let somebody monetize me, you know what I'm saying? But she goes as far as letting, she's comfortable enough to let her dom wrap her in saran wrap from head to toe. You know what I'm saying? And at that last minute, he punched that hole in that plastic so she can breathe.
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying? And it's a release on her, and it's a release on him.
right.
You know what I'm saying? As a submissive, you're serving the need. Yes, you do serve whatever needs. If he wants you to crawl around on your knees with the bottom half of your body wrapped up in saran wrap, I'm with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Or be
or
barking,
I'm on my hands, and my knees, and you got your feet propped up against my back. You know what I'm saying? While you lean back in your chair and you doing you know what I'm saying? You watching TV. I'm your footstool.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to relinquish total control, total trust, you know what I'm saying, in your partner. And
right.
a lot of people in relationships, like I said, you know what I'm saying, you might have one that want to experiment, that want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just out of curiosity. But
Yeah.
they partner ain't going for that shit.
Yeah, it's always one. It's always it's always one want to step outside the box and try something new. Especially if you've been with someone like years and you want to experience other things and that sort of thing. It's always one that want to be like that. But yeah, that brings it to the next thing. When we think about it, it's always one that want to try different things or try different situations. That brings up poly.
In some cases, BDSM can be linked to poly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where again, I know a couple out of Alabama that stay maybe 2 hours from where I am, and they've been doing the poly lifestyle here now. I want to say about 5 years they've been involved in the poly lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, the husband and the wife, they both partake in BDSM.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the girlfriend that they bought in, you know what I'm saying, that she's not with it. She's not having it. It causes a lot of problems. It makes her uncomfortable. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Even to see the guy, you know what I'm saying, doing and performing the acts on his wife, it still makes the girlfriend uncomfortable.
Right.
You
So
know what I'm
that
saying?
that
It
remind me I see a lot of people do poly. I don't know anybody personally that do it, but just being on like TikTok and a lot of different other on social media, it is a lot of people who partake in a polyamorous relationship, and a lot of times they say it's best for the polyamorous couple that's normally man and woman to actually pick critique the third person so they can fit into their world. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
So
it's and see the thing with, I almost said her name, but I ain't gonna do it. But but the thing with her is, when they brought her into their lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, she let it be known she was open.
right.
But so they waited, you know what I'm saying, 6 months before they even became physically sexually active with her. You know what I'm saying? So she was able to see firsthand, you know what I'm saying, how they get down, what all they do, you know what I'm saying. He have the spike gloves that they use for spanking, you know what I'm saying, which give you that little tingle, you know what I'm
Right.
saying. And it's she got to see the whips and the chains and the handcuffs, like the real life slave chains, you know what I'm saying. This ain't no little, when you go
No
to the
dollar ones.
hardware store and pay $1
Right.
for some chains. No, these
Right.
are the cuffs, you know what I'm saying. And she got to see it firsthand. And so finally, when they invited her, when she felt like she was ready to come into the bedroom, like she wasn't with none of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was hollering out the safe words back and forth, you know what I'm saying, left and right. You know what I'm saying? Which
Well,
let
what
them
was
know,
the reason? So you know the third person, or you know the couple?
I know the couple.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was like, what was the reason? Like when she scream out the safe word, is it because she can't handle it, or?
She couldn't. It was too painful.
Oh, okay.
She
Oh,
couldn't
that's
handle it.
crazy.
So she's respectfully, she left the relationship or whatnot. So they're now, you know what I'm saying, they're in Texas now, or they're getting ready to move to Texas. And so they're looking, you know what I'm saying, they're
Right.
actively looking for their third person. Now, I also know another BDS couple out of Atlanta. And this is different because it's a male, female, male triad.
Right.
And she's into the BDSM, but neither one of her partners are. So she's a submissive to a whole nother person outside of her polyamorous relationship.
Because that's what I was finna say. The couple that I know is the guy and the girl, and he has a girl and she has a girl. I mean, it's like two couples in one, and they sometimes have sexual
Those are
acts and stuff
swingers.
together.
Those
Right?
are
They have
those
sexual
are called
acts.
swingers.
Right. Okay.
They're different because a poly is only 3. You know what I'm saying? And this is
Well,
an active.
well, yeah, because I looked it up and I was like, on pilots, they had the triad, but then they also had the quad, with
Yeah, the
4
quad.
people.
But see, with the quad is there is on it will only be like, typically it will be one main couple, and then they each bring in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He'll bring
Oh,
in
okay.
somebody, and that's a successful quad.
Oh,
Not
okay.
we a couple and y'all a couple and we just gonna come together and we gonna
That
do this.
swinger, that like Will Smith and Jada.
Yeah, y'all got an open relationship and y'all swinging like a motherfucker.
Right.
Because y'all ain't took the time to figure out everybody quirks and clink. You know what I'm saying? What
Right.
works and what don't work. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you got we in a relationship, and then we just bring in a whole nother couple. It don't work that way.
Because I really feel like if it's like 2 guys on girl or 2 girls on guy, like one of the people, it has to be like a bisexual, I mean, you got to be attracted to the other party. So if you
Yeah,
got like
yeah.
2 guys and a girl, the 2 guys got to be, bi, or that sort of thing to even be, to even make it work.
No, not necessarily. Because the
So,
lady that
they
I
don't
know
mess
is,
around.
the lady that I know that's out of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? She got a husband and she has a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And they're out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? When she's with her husband, she has her time with him. When she's with her boyfriend,
Well,
she has
yeah,
her
I
time with,
understand that, but I'm talking about like together, like the triad, like when together, like if it's 2 men
like,
and a
with the
woman all in
females.
one, like two
The
males and a man, 2 males and a woman.
one of the guys will watch while
Oh,
she's
okay.
doing what she does with the other guy, and then when it's
Right, and
his
then
turn,
switch.
yeah, you know
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying. But the thing is, she's been in the BDSM lifestyle going on 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And neither one, her husband nor her boyfriend, neither one are her doms. You know what
So
I'm saying?
she's like one of the ones, like, don't ask, don't tell kind of person. Because for one, like when you're in a couple like that, and you still like to experience other stuff, and your parties don't like it, you kind of like do your own thing, and they don't
Yeah,
mind you doing it or whatever. But
no.
it's like, don't let me know what's going
Well,
on.
let me tell you, the husband don't mind, but the boyfriend
Okay.
don't care for it.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what I'm
that was so
saying?
that was dangerous, you know.
Yeah, the husband, because she travels, all throughout the country. You know what I'm saying? When they had these little private events and
Group.
stuff like that, she
Wow.
traveled. And you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And normally she'll hook up with a dom at one of these events. She don't
Right.
have a permanent dom in her life. You know what I'm saying? She just, like you would see in a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She can't get it from her husband or her boyfriend.
Yeah.
But it's
So it's
something that
lacking one
she
thing.
don't crave. She doesn't crave it. Her body craves it. You know what I'm saying? Her
Right.
body craves being stretched to the limit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she feel like they handle her with princess gloves. You know what I'm saying? When
Mm.
I'm gonna put it in her words, she want that slut sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She want that hardcore, tie me up, string me up, gag me, whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's in it. You know what I'm saying? She walks around with a permanent dog collar around her neck every day. Whenever you see
Really?
her, she has a collar on her neck. And
Wow.
it's sometimes they have the cuffs that you walk up, the spike cuffs that they, and
Mm.
stuff like that lets people know that, you know what I'm saying, lets the people in the outside world that's also a part of this society know that you're into this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's kind of like a calling card. You know what I'm saying?
So she's
You
not ashamed. So she be all in the open. So it doesn't matter,
Yes.
who know what. So, okay.
No,
So
no,
it be the
no.
ones that are like that, but they not in the pleb like that. Like they're it's like behind closed doors for like some
And
people.
you have those. You have those, but most
Right.
of those are people that live ordinary lives that really haven't came to grips to what
Yeah.
society would think of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's like
And
gay
then being
people and lesbian. Like they ain't equipped
right,
or ready to come out yet. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
It's more like, you know what I'm saying? When you reach that level of confidence within yourself, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't mind showing a motherfucker my goddamn swing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I take that bitch apart and put it up when I
Because
need
I'm
it.
telling you, when you experience that swing with somebody, they'll be hooked.
Hmm.
It be like they'll be like,
It got me
like
wanting. It's got me saving my money so I can go get me a chair.
right. But like, cause you already know the amount of pleasure and what you'll get from it, so it'll be a good investment anyway.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so much in our community, like I said, I got somebody put me in this group yesterday, and I was amazed. Even just seeing the girl that allowed her husband to practice mummification on her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thousands of it's this group. Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook.
I think we might be friends on Facebook. I'm gonna have to add you to this
Hmm.
group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, add me
Thousands of
to it.
people, and a lot of people on the comment on the post when she made her post. A lot of people shamed her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They called her stupid. They called her dumb. You know what I'm saying? How can you breathe? This man got
Yeah, I
his
mean
feet
it's a
propped
lot of
on your
people
back.
be like that though. But like I said, what fits one person may not fit another. But shaming somebody is like going a little too far. Cause like I said,
But
it all comes with
it's
education.
only because they scared because they don't know. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they gotta be educated.
If you was if you was to step outside yourself and just, you know what I'm saying, every sexual encounter you have, push yourself a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how
Right.
far you'll go. You know what I'm saying? Start off low. You know what I'm saying? Tie me up. You know what I'm saying? Gag me, blindfold me. You know what I'm saying? Whip me. You know what I'm saying? Like, start low. And
Right.
then build and go as build up as you go. But just don't shame the culture because you don't know nothing about it at all.
Yeah, you
Whether
gotta
it
be
be
educated.
BDSM or polyamorous, you know what I'm saying? Don't shame it because you
Right.
don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people out here that can educate you on it. You know what I'm saying? Google can
Right.
educate you as far as the white people go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the political definition for it or something like
Yeah,
that.
yes. But if you bring it to the hood and you get somebody in the hood that's gonna break it down, like, you know what I'm saying? You could, first of all, can't nobody make you comfortable. You got to be comfortable
Right.
enough in your own skin. You got to have
Right.
trust in yourself.
Right.
So
And
no,
then you
okay,
gotta
so
have mutual trust with the person that you with. You gotta have trust in them as well.
right. And see, I met a dominatrix. Like I said, I dealt with a dude and I dealt with a girl, and the girl was my dominatrix, and I felt I was more open with her Because again, even with the guy being a dom, being a dom, you know what I'm saying? It was more like the experience was totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was, I could tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? With in a guy's mind is more of a master slave type ownership.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And with a dominatrix being a female, is more she's the dominant, but she's giving herself she's gonna end up giving herself just as much as you giving yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So just
She's
like
gonna
I said, she know how she want to be, handled and treated. That's the way that
right.
she's handling and treating you.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
is the communication is a little bit different between a female dominatrix. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've read some books, and I came across a character where the female dominatrix, she was just as ruthless as the men. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But she never hurt her submissive. You know what I'm saying? She never
Yeah.
took it too far with her submissive. She was still able to put
Right.
herself in her submissive role.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's they shame it because they don't know about it. And they and the fear of being judged by outsiders, you know what I'm saying, is what holds us back a lot of times too, being judged. But that
Yeah.
ties back, if you are confident in you and your sex life and what you do inside the bedroom, you're not gonna give a damn what nobody else say, because you're gonna get your pleasure regardless.
Right. You know what sky's the limit. You know what give you that rush.
You know what I'm saying?
It's up
And
to you. Like
sometimes
nobody else know.
sometimes it's beyond a body orgasm. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
it's beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Because the release that you can get when it's done right, and it's done properly, and it's done, you know what I'm saying, and it's done to the way where all parties involved, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
get that release, get that pleasure, get that stress, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole euphoric feeling. It's
Right.
a
And
totally
now we
euphoric
have
feeling.
the poly couples that, don't do the BDSM. Like they just, old time, kind of poly situations that normally, like I said, with the couple, the man and a woman, and then they bring that third person in there. But sometimes that third person don't, partake in everything that the main couple partakes in. So,
Right.
like holidays, stuff like that they don't let the third person come in with, in today's time. Like I heard, like finances and, bills, their
when
house,
when
anything that go on in their house.
a successful poly relationship, successful, you know what I'm saying, when you come into this agreement, you know what I'm saying, and you already got your main couple, the male and the female, most times, you know what I'm saying, is their husband and wife, you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
they're looking for a girlfriend or they're looking for a boyfriend. So most times, before they even open their door for a third party, they're already going to make sure that their house is in order. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when they're bringing somebody in, is somebody that can not only is where they can benefit each other. You know what I'm saying? A
Mm-hmm.
successful poly relationship, you know what I'm saying, is no one gets a better treatment than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it come down to birthdays, when it come down to holidays, when it come down to vacations, when it come down to raising the kids, when it comes down to
Mm-hmm.
cooking a meal, when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, basic household
Everything equal.
chores, everything is equal all the way across the board. That's a
Mm-hmm.
successful poly relationship. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Everybody got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got they're helping each other. They gonna help each other elevate, reach their goals, reach their
Mm-hmm.
potential, get where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? You a lot of times you have people and they bring the third person in, and it's that third person, they could be lacking in some area.
Right.
Successfully, that couple they're gonna, where that third person is lacking at, they're gonna help build them up. Confidence,
Mm.
self-esteem, trust issues, whatever it might be, financial, you know what I'm saying, whatever whatever they're lacking in a successful
Right.
poly relationship, that couple gonna help bring that third person. If they're not already on the same level, they're gonna bring them up to their level. They're never gonna make them feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're inadequate, or they ain't doing enough, or they ain't got enough. You know what I'm saying? They not smart enough. They ain't pulling their weight enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A successful relationship, that couple is that backbone. That's that
Right.
foundation. Because even if that third wheel leave, you still gonna have that couple.
So that's why I said when the couples like that, they really gotta basically negotiate, exactly what the needs is, what their desire is, what they want, what
What
I'm
they
saying, so
looking for,
everybody can be on the same page.
right? What
Right.
they're looking for, they're letting it be known. Like I said, the couple that I know that stay a couple hours away from me, you know what I'm saying? Like they have businesses. His wife just graduated
Right.
college. You know what I'm saying? Like when they brought their girlfriend in, she was from a whole nother state. They moved her down here. They moved her in. They put her through, helped her, enroll in college, helped her get a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like it was,
Right.
they brought her up on their level. She just couldn't reach their level sexually.
Mhm.
She met every expectation except the bedroom.
The bedroom. Right.
And she made no attempts to compromise. You know what I'm saying? Regular sex, with be it with him and her or just him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even in a poly relationship, like you might have a day where you don't want the dick, you just want the cat. You know what I'm saying? And that
Right.
might be cool with him because all he want to do is just sit back and watch y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right. So
pleasure
they're
for
like negotiate.
right. It's pleasure for everybody across the board, but she just couldn't reach over and cross over into the BDSM. You know what I'm saying? That was just
Mm.
something she was with everything in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? She was with it all except for the BDSM. You know what I'm saying? And in
Right.
order for a relationship to be successful, like I can't say if they told her about, they partaked in that in the beginning, or if they waited
Mm.
to let her know that they, you know what I'm saying, they was into that. But however
Right.
it went, you know what I'm saying, I don't think they had a in-depth enough conversation to let her
Yeah, cause
know.
that's what I mean. If they would have just communicated, what they
Because they
wanted in the beginning, I feel like she wouldn't even, they wouldn't
she
even went that far. And, had
right,
feelings
right.
intact and all that
Right,
stuff.
because they waited a whole 6 months before she was comfortable enough. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to get to know her. She had to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Mood
Right.
swings, the good days, the bad days, the ugly days. You know what I'm saying? She had to
Right.
learn them just like they had to learn her. So by the time it was
Mm.
time for her to cross over into the bedroom, I don't know how far into the relationship, it went sexually before she realized that she just couldn't do it. But at some point, it clicked in her that they meet all her needs except for that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they respectfully departed ways. You know what I'm saying? She went back
Yeah.
home to wherever she from, and they continue on with their life, and their businesses are still growing. You know what I'm saying? That it made them
Mm.
connect closer as a husband and wife, you know what I'm saying, to really think
Right.
about what they want out of their next, you know what I'm saying, their next partner.
The
You know what
next
I'm saying?
person. Yeah.
So everything that they did wrong or they felt like they did wrong in the previous, they know to correct that coming into the next. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Okay.
and you got to have that understanding, that communication from the door. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Commitment and everything. Because you're committed. You're committed to, being in this kind of relationship, whatever. So you definitely have to have that communication and
right.
be
And
willing to
see,
understand, and what somebody, what's for not somebody, or something like that. You just leave them alone. No hard feelings, nobody owns nobody or nothing like that. So you just move forward.
that part. And see, when I talked to my friends, it was probably back in about August, July, somewhere around up in there was the last time I had a physical conversation with them. And it was just like they know now. You know what I'm saying? I told them, y'all waited 6 months. You know what I'm saying? All in this time,
Mm-hmm.
y'all getting to know each other, y'all opening up, y'all expressing y'all fears, you know what I'm saying? Your hopes, your dreams, your goals. That right there should have been on the table from day one.
Right.
Why? Because y'all knew y'all had plans on inviting her in the bedroom. That conversation,
Mm-hmm.
the only way you're gonna find out if you're completely compatible enough or not is to have a conversation. And people don't know. Like I said, people don't know. In our community, they scared. They like it. When
Mm-hmm.
I add you in it, you'll get to see for yourself. You know what I'm saying? They shame it because they scared of it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better.
Oh, I already know because it's a lot of other different groups that people, like blasphemy, people who do different stuff, and it goes deep, like the trans community,
Yes,
different
yes.
stuff like that. So people just
And
blaspheme them.
people feel like transgenders can't be in a polyamorous relationship, and that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Whether they're pre-op or post-op, you know what I'm saying? Whether they got all their pieces or they don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's not just the men transgending, into women, but that's the women that's, you know what I'm saying, that's choosing to be living as a man lifestyle also, you know what I'm saying? They say that there's no room for the gay community, the transgenders in the polyamorous relationship, and that's not true. That's an absolute lie. Think about all the black men, the people of color that's on the down low, you know what I'm saying, that's married.
Yeah, that's why I mean down low.
From all walks of life, you know what I'm saying, that sleep with transgender. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's a transgender woman, where the problem would come in at would be the female, the actual female in a relationship, accepting it.
Right.
The black woman will not accept her husband, her boyfriend, her lover, you know what I'm saying, being involved in a polyamorous relationship with a transgender female.
And it's always like that. Like 9 times out of 10, like 50% of women would not, they can't stand. And really true, they really don't like to deal with two men. Majority, if we like two men, because like I said, majority of the time they're gay or they on a DL,
yep,
or something like that. So they can't, they can't understand that. But I have somebody I know that just went to a party, with a lot of trans people, and actually took a trans guy home that's trying to transition into a woman. Took him home. He still had his his dick and everything, and they actually had sex. But he's trying to be a woman, but he don't want to cut off his dick.
I mean,
so and he actually had like a threesome.
Yeah, and that happens a lot because you know what I'm saying, they're like is the surgery itself is costly, and they run the risk of losing their life, you know what I'm saying, behind the surgery. So a lot of them they opt to keep it, you know what I'm saying, only because they don't want to take that chance, or they're too afraid to take that chance of losing their life, which that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them do lose their life on up under the knife. You know what I'm saying? But you do have some that are successful. You know what I'm saying? They get it off, they get rid of it. But it's the fact with the woman, even if she's a full blown woman now, she got the coochie and all. It's still it's still the black woman knowing in the back of her mind that this used to be a man, that her mate is choosing to sleep with, whether a former man or a half a man, or it's just the thought that they can't they can't accept that. They refuse to accept it, which is why a lot of their men cheat.
Yeah, because I know the guy the girl that's transgender to a guy, she's finna get ready to have her top surgery, to remove her breast, and she still like women, so she want to be a man, but she's still attracted to women.
Yeah,
so I was like, it's like a whole different community.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this all day, honey, because it's really, you know what I'm saying, and again, it ties back into we are our own downfall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We are so judgmental of our own people to where I feel like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes if you were just to open your mind just a little bit and accept, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit, it could really, really, really be a big plus in the African American community, because you got these men from all walks of life, rich, successful, poor and broke, you know what I'm saying, sleeping around with transgender, or just sleeping around with a man, period, because he simply like to dress as a woman, or sleeping around with a woman, period, because you know what I'm saying, she wants to be a man. That's a stud. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a box where we put ourselves in this box. You know what I'm saying? And we close.
That remind me of the guest I had on Royal. He's bi, he's bi, and he was like, a lot of guys that on the download date, because when you think about women, you be with these hardcore guys, and they're like, I ain't with that anal, or something like that. I ain't with that stick your finger up my ass and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna swallow your kids. I'm not gonna eat your meat whole. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna choke.
Yeah, but when you think it's people out here that's actually doing that, and then these people get hooked, and you wonder why, like, what's going on when they be cheating and they be, dealing with guys, they don't be on the down
And
low and all
these
this good
girls
stuff. It's actually people that's doing that.
and these girls find out that their husbands and boyfriends and baby daddies is living that lifestyle, and then they want to expose them. They want to call them gay. You know what I'm saying? Then why they get beat up? Why they getting killed? You know what I'm saying? These dudes getting they sisters and
Yeah,
they
it
cousins to
get
jump these
dangerous.
females. Yeah, that when it get dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So if it was comfortable and if it was acceptable, and if people were just to open your mind, you ain't gotta physically partake in it, but don't shame somebody else that do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that I would ever be involved in a transgender poly relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't
that's why I say I don't think I ever do it, but
I wouldn't
I don't want to
nobody.
shame the next person.
Right. I wouldn't look down or frown my nose or expose the next person for living that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I know my favorite saying is, it's just somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's somebody for everybody, or it's something for everybody. So, I mean, to each his own. You can do this, you can do that. It's like, it doesn't affect me one way or another. Whatever you do in your bedroom, that's whatever you do in your bedroom.
Right. And see, I seen a post on Instagram the other day, and the girl was basically ranting and raving about her baby daddy doing this, and then she found out that he's messing with a transgender that had the surgery. You know what I'm saying? So he transitioned from male to female. You know what I'm saying? And she's disgusted, and she don't want him around her kids, and blah blah this and blah. I mean, the video lasted a good 20 minutes with her just ranting and raving.
Oh my God!
And the people in the comments were shaming her. They were shaming her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you frown your nose on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you down in it, but it's somebody out here that's gonna do and take it there because you won't do it or you won't take it there. You know what I'm saying? So
right, it's somebody out there that will do
it. Yeah. And so and the trend, and honey, when I say this bitch was fine as a woman.
Oh, and don't let's get there. Like, a lot of them are.
This bitch was fine. Like, I said, damn, she used to be a man.
Oh my God.
And you
a lot of them are. I see some on TikTok that's like that. Like, they look better than damn anything about it.
Right.
And it was like a controversial thing, a video on TikTok about that. It was a transgender guy that changed to a female, and she was like A1, and somebody went on there and the transgender was like, my coochie. So she had the surgery. So she's like, my coochie is designed to give everybody pleasure, like it's like handmade to perfection.
Yep.
And a woman came on there and was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to compete with a woman, a natural woman. So it was like a big thing. Yeah. I was like, what in the world going on?
But if you was to open you personally don't have to partake in it. But just imagine as a whole, as the African American community as a whole, if we were to open our mind to it, not just so much as us ourselves partake in it, but just open up. Imagine how many homes can be restored. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how many.
Yeah, a lot of marriages that will actually last.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not, the divorce rate will go down. You know what I'm saying? If cheating will stop, not all the cheaters, all the STDs, the disease, all that will stop when everybody's just open and, everything in the beginning.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm not in a polyamorous relationship, but I'm not against one either. You know what I'm saying? If I actually found me a couple, right, you know what I'm saying, and we can elevate each other, we all got enough, we all got the same goals, or we all got goals that I feel like we can help each other reach, then god damn it, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm poly me today. Right. Poly me today. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I said, whatever makes you happy, whatever in your heart, if like I said, if it floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, and
living your truth.
That's living your truth, and nobody else ain't got nothing to say. So it's just
your bills is paid, your household is happy. You know what I'm saying? Your family is happy. Your foundation is strong. You know what I'm saying? Your faith is strong. Right. Then nothing can shake that. You know what I'm saying? People been living polyamorous relationships for years, for centuries. You know what I'm saying? When you think about polyamory, you the first thing people automatically think about is a man with a whole bunch of wives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or a woman,
Crazy.
that's just out here. She just want to be promiscuous. She just like dick. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And it
Right. Because it is the ones that are single, like a single woman, like that is polyamorous being single. So that's like the rango, like you said, like the slut. People call them slut because they have all these different, partners and different stuff because she's single.
right.
So, like, a lot of people not used to, the single person and having multiple sex partners. Like, I actually know somebody. If you ask me how many sex partners she told me she had, it was close like to 100. And I'm like, wow, like I can count on one hand for me, and stuff like that. This was like back in my 20s and stuff like that. She was like, she already at 100. I was like, wait in the hell.
But I mean, she living her truth.
Right. She was like, she's single, it's like not that serious to her, and stuff like that. So I
She
was like,
gonna
yeah,
do.
whatever floats everybody's
She
boat.
gonna do whatever is comfortable for her. You know what I'm saying? Whatever brings her
Right.
that pleasure, that's what she's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You don't knock it, cause shit
Right.
it's niggas out here that does stuff with thousands of women. But
It
then
is. That's why I say when you just actually multiply the
when
numbers.
you do the fact check, some of them done slept with men too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
and where we are in the black community, you know what I'm saying? It's easier. Gay women are more accepted than gay men. And
Right.
I don't understand. That I don't
Right.
understand. Like I've been in, you know what I'm saying, a lesbian relationship. I dated women for 8 years straight. No men, no penetration, just, you know what I'm saying? I've dated women for 8 years of my life. I dated women. You know what I'm saying? And it was more acceptable for me to date a woman than for my gay cousin who's openly gay and transgender.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was more acceptable for me than it was for him. So bad
Yeah.
that he moved to Florida, away from all family.
Yeah, it gets real deep for them. Like I said, I got a bi friend, and he tells me all the time, like all his stories. If he come there, had threesomes, the different parties he go to, and like some of these people who made like these OnlyFans and stuff like that. It's like I just be shocked, like hear some of the video, like you won't even believe like all the people that are straight, but they on the down low.
Yeah.
Like it's so many people on the down low.
And I feel like
I was like, I
if
cannot
you can
believe.
accept a gay woman, why can't you accept a gay man? Like I have 4 kids. I have
Right.
2 sons and I have 2 daughters. Now don't get me wrong, my sons are some thug ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like they with the shit.
Right.
But if they were to ever come to me and tell me that they decided to switch from women to men, I would not treat my kids
Right.
no different. Just like both of my daughters.
Yeah.
Both of my daughters have, like, my oldest daughter is 20 and she's been involved in a lesbian relationship. And my youngest daughter is 14 and she's bisexual. She like girls and she like boys. You know what I'm saying? She's not sexually active, but she has expressed to me. You know what I'm saying? She has come to me and she let me know she confused because she like girls and she like boys. You know what I'm saying? And I told her when in a couple of years when you're allowed to date, because I don't allow them to date till they hit around 16, 17. But when you're old enough and
Right.
you're allowed to date, whoever you choose to date, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna love you no different. I'm not gonna treat you no different.
Right. Cause I seen where Willow, Will and Jada's daughter, she was on that red table talk. She basically said she want a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Yeah, she's
So it's like
and Jaden.
right.
I think he's gay or he ain't came out,
Yeah.
but
So they just all open.
yeah. So Willow's with it. You know what I'm saying? Because she sees the relationship that her mom and dad have, and all their life they've had an open relationship.
Right.
And to me, I wouldn't do an open relationship simply because if I'm looking for something outside, or if you're looking for something outside, then we finna come together and we finna figure this out together,
Yeah.
and we finna bring somebody in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cause then that's when it get dangerous. When you think about you got your own thing going on, I got this going on, and we don't know
What's going on?
what's going on. So like it get real secretive and
Like
dangerous.
with
So
Jada
I don't think
and
I ever
August,
like
like
that.
with Jada and August Alsina and Will Smith.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
know Will knew that she was having a full-fledged affair Yeah,
he definitely knew about that entanglement.
you know what I'm saying? He knew,
He definitely knew about that.
but
I don't care what. I had
but
discussions and debates with so many people about that. I was like, he definitely knew about that.
yes, he knew. But what killed them and what hurt them was the fact when August came out with it and how Jada tried to downplay it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's all about living in your truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
So it
that's the
ain't no point of being
downfall.
ashamed.
No, that's a downfall of having an open relationship, because when you done playing and you ready to come home to that home front and you done
Right.
crushed and hurt and abused this person's feelings and just left them
Right.
out the drought, they expose
Right.
you.
Yeah, that trust issue is something
That
real serious, and that respect. When you lose that trust and that respect, it's like all she wrote.
Yeah, you ain't getting it back. It ain't, you can't
It
get that
get
back.
dangerous. So what about the poly people who have when they bring like kids involved? So like if that third person get pregnant or something like that, it's like kids. Do you know anybody like got kids that don't have kids or
Yes,
something like that?
yes, yes. My friends, the ones that I told you that's getting ready to make that move to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
the husband and wife, they have a daughter themselves. And
Okay.
then the girlfriend, she got pregnant. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So even with her leaving, I think she's doing like February or March. Even with her leaving, you know what I'm saying, and going back to wherever she's from, that she still has that relationship with them as far as
Right.
that child goes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm
They're
saying.
gonna raise that. They're still gonna raise that child together as a family. She's just
Right.
not in the family no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I see a couple that's on TikTok like that. That it's a guy and a woman. They're married, but then the third person they brought her in just so she can have a child. To
Yeah.
bear a
And a lot
child
of
because
times
she
that's
can't
what
bear.
and a lot of times that's what that plays into it too. You know what I'm saying? If the couple wants kids and say the woman can't have kids, then that's a reason to bring somebody in, because that keeps that bloodline going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just that's keeping that foundation going. And if the
Right.
husband and the wife already have a child, and then the person that they bring in gets pregnant, that's still building on that family. That's still building on that family name. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And unless because they didn't end when they broke up, like they didn't end on no horrible terms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They cried about it. You know what I'm saying? I was a mediator in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm.
cried about it, and everybody put their hearts on the table. And when they decided to walk away, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that was set in stone was they're always going to be a family, because they got that tie with that child. And
Right.
it's not even considered an outside child. That's his child. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? His wife won't look at it as a stepchild. That's her child. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And if it had been for the fact that she could have been a little bit more open minded with the BDSM, that'd have made the
The perfect
perfect.
couple.
Yes, yes, yes. Because they went strong a good about 2-3 years in it. You know what I'm saying? They was in it. You know what I'm saying? So if she could have just crossed, been a little bit more open minded with the BDSM part of it, there's no doubt in my mind that they will have a successful poly relationship right now.
Wow.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
honey, Lord, that's a deep boy.
But yes, kids do play a big part in it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're coming into the poly relationship like me, you know what I'm saying? If I were to get involved in a poly relationship, I have 4 kids and 2 grandkids and a grandson on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
All of them would be involved. That's my family. That would
Right.
make them a part of my poly family as well. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
would
because
do
you don't
for
want to
my
hold no
kids.
secrets.
No, they would do for my kids just as well as I would do for theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And ain't no more babies coming up out of here, so I hope she can keep on popping. I hope
It's
she
like
can keep
have
on.
all
I
like
hope she
yeah,
can
that's
keep
something you need
popping.
to figure it out in the beginning. Like, do you want more kids or are you?
Look, let me tell y'all something. Cut, tied, and burnt. My last child was in 2006. It's 2020.
I
My
know that
oldest
right. My
finna be
last one was 2011. I don't know. I don't want no more.
my oldest finna be 23 next month. I have a 20-year-old daughter. My son will be 23 next month. I have a 20-year-old daughter. I have an 18-year-old son. He turned 18 years old today. and I have a 14-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? I have a 6-year-old granddaughter, and I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, and I have a grandson on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you
there
done.
ain't no more popping.
I know that's right. You like, listen,
So
you can have them all. I
I,
see
I
people
can I
today
can
just gonna have 'em all of them.
I can expand our family. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 kids and 2 grandkids to add to this family. Come on.
I know that.
Come on.
It takes a village now. It's like bring them on.
Right. Even though 3 of them grown and 2 of them out the house. You know what I'm saying? I got one on his way out the house. He graduate this year. He'll be off to college either in Tennessee or Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So that'll just leave me and my baby. You know what I'm saying? I got enough to bring to the table.
I know
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
right. But listen, Miss Weezy, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I appreciate it so much.
Oh, you welcome, baby. And
Um,
anytime, anytime you got a topic you
listen.
want to discuss, I'm open. My
Yes,
phone
but
line will
let the
be
people
open.
know. Let the people know how to find you, or about your books and everything like that. Before we go.
Okay. I'm on Facebook under Belinda Harvey. You'll see the tag author Miss Weezy or whatnot. I'm on Instagram, Lovely Weezy 1981. I'm on Twitter, same as my Instagram. Um, I'm on Snapchat, same as my Instagram. Um, I have my own skincare line. I have a boutique that I just launched. I have my own entertainment and publishing company that I just launched. Um, Currently, I'm working on 2 web series, and I'm writing a short film or erotica that I'll be hoping to cast in 2021. And I have my books, The Making of Us and The Making of Us 2. Carmen and Taylor can be found on Amazon or Goodreads. And anything else y'all want to know, just hit me up.
All right. But thank you guys for joining us on Sex Talk at 1 a.m. You know where to find Sex Talk at 1 a.m. on YouTube. Also, go subscribe to Sex Talk at 1 a.m. on YouTube, on Facebook, Sex Talk at 1 a.m. on Instagram, Sex Talk at 1 a.m. Also, go to Mahasolin.com is where you can find my books at and podcast. You can find it on every platform, iTunes, Stitcher, Anchor, so you can find it anywhere. And I will tag Miss Weezy in, so also you can have her information and regarding the podcast. But again, I appreciate you guys for listening tonight. Stay tuned to next episode, and that's the show.